Hey guys, how's it going? The Haggard Nerd here, getting back at some Astroneer. Last episode we left off with putting our base, getting our starting base kind of laid out here. And we found that we had a lot of different resources around us. And we got a good start on this new experimental build, I believe patch 122. We are going to play this temporarily until they roll the experimental branch out into the main branch and we can get our old save game back. So yeah, a little bit of weirdness there, but I think it'll be fun with trying out the new stuff that they have added, especially with the researches, which is kind of why I want to do this. I want to check things out. I want to see what they added to the game. Just on an interesting little side note here, I'm doing kind of a little bit of a crossover episode right now where for those of you that don't watch my vlogs, I don't know exactly what episode this is going to be with my vlog, but I'm kind of vlogging this as I record this game or this Let's Play. So yeah, I did the same thing with the vlog. So interesting little crossover there. I'm not going to vlog the entire episode. I just wanted to get the intro out of the way, just because I thought that might be interesting. So for those of you that watch the vlog, if you want to see the rest of this episode, look for it on my Let's Play for the Astroneer. And for those of you that enjoy Astroneer and are here for that, I'm going to go ahead and turn off the camera for my vlog, so that way I can focus on the game. All right, now you have my absolute full attention. Okay. A little bit of craziness there. I get nervous. I don't know why. I always get nervous for no reason at all. But there's some compound there. So get back in the headspace. We left off with running over here to grab compound and resin. Oh, it's mainly resin because I was building out the base. Okay, so I know where we are. What I need to focus on now is working on expanding out the base in not the usual linear fashion. We are going to try this different build where we basically make a big circle around, put all of our power stuff on the outside, and have all of our platforms and stuff on the inside. So I don't necessarily know how big I need to make it, but I am a fan of making larger than necessary things. So I'm going to maybe do one more layer outwards. One more extension, one more pad out, and then we will call that like the edge of our circle. And we're good. Okay, cool. So from here we can kind of start working around. I got a big hole I'm gonna have to fill in, so let's start working this way first. And I hope you'll forgive me for wanting to flatten out everything. It just seems to make things easier to deal with. If you've been around since the beginning, I have a little bit of leftover angst for being up on top of a hill, because that was just a pain to deal with anything. So even if it's not perfectly flat right here, which I'm not being patient with it at all, it will at least be easier to deal with than our first base. So let's go ahead and pop down a couple more of these guys. Oh, am I out of resin? Am I out of resin? I believe I'm out of resin. So let's leave that tether there for the compound there. And I know as we walked around the base, there was just an insane amount of resin everywhere you look. So once we find a new one, we'll probably run a tether out to it and grab it, unless we have enough power. I think we have. Oh, there we go. Look at that. Oh my gosh. Right there beside the base. That is a huge deposit. Oh my gosh. And I don't know if that's I don't know if we just got super lucky, or if this is a part of the experimental build. It might be. Maybe they increase the output because they want people to get in and test things, which is very plausible. But I don't know. We may just be lucky, and we may have just landed in a really interesting area that's going to be super useful. Oh, not filled up on power. But we have enough resin to at least get the pad going, I guess. Now, I'm not used to building in circles, so I don't think I'm off to a good start yet, but we will make it work. This will be This might be an oblong, I don't know, oval-esque shape. Definitely not going to be a circle. Alright, maybe if I come in a little bit more, just a hair. And just since I mentioned before, Emo's Artist, if you're watching this, if you have a technique as to how to make a nice, like, even circle around your base, let me know, because you've provided such good information so far. I'm sure you probably have a technique for making a decent circle. And out of power again. This is going to be a pain in the butt. Pain in the butt. Okay, I don't see any power thing. Well, there's one way over there. Worth the run. If I can survive, it will be worth the run. There was one over there too, but I think it was further away. I should be able to survive this. Yeah, it's not too far. More compound. Oh my gosh. So much compound. Surprised I haven't found more resin. Alright, give me all that power. Alright. Just in time. Yeah, I know. I guess I can go ahead and pick this guy up. Yeah, I can probably pick this guy up too. Yep. Alright. So... well, I mean... if we take the time and the energy to flatten out all this, it's going to be kind of ridiculous. So, I think I'm just going to deal with it for now. I know I'm being kind of ridiculous about the way my base is laid out, but I don't know. I would much rather have things even than not, but you know, what can you do? I mean, I could spend the time to dig all that stuff up, but I mean, do you guys really want to sit there and watch me do that? I mean, this isn't terrible. It adds variety to my base, and as long as it doesn't hinder my actual gameplay, then it should be fine. If I continue on this route, my circle is going to be ridiculously long, and I'm really focusing on making more of these extensions probably than I should this early on. So, alright. I wonder. I don't know exactly how many, like, spokes, maybe, I should build in. I think what I'm going to do, though, is put my research probably right here. And, yep, I went too crazy. I'm out of resin again. That's what I get. But I did that because I knew there was a ton of resin around the base. But at this point now, I should probably start focusing on conserving my resin. Well, look at that. That is a nice little resin farm area. No, wait, that is... yeah, that's resin. Okay. Oh man, we got lucky with this map. So now not only do we have a just ridiculous amount of, you know, resin deposits around the area, we also have this handy dandy, like, farming area we can use. It doesn't provide as much, but it does provide consistent amounts. Like I don't have to go out and search for more, as long as I don't dig that up or whatever. Okay, so yeah, there was the research thing I wanted to do, and I don't know why these guys move. That's weird. I think it, oddly enough, I think it has something to do with the rotation of the world or something. Alright, so printer, no. Research, yes. That means we can start researching, guys. We can get all this unknown research, we can put it up here, but we also have to deal with our power situation. So maybe, just maybe, make a couple more solar panels, because we have all the compound. Once we can make, wind turbines. That will be more handy. And actually, I think that's what I'm going to put on the other side. I don't want to build this out too crazy. Oh yeah, resin, all the resin. Let's put that back. What I'm trying to focus on is putting things within reach, so when I'm in the HAB module, like if I have a bunch of research sitting around, I can just sit there and research the crap out of it while, you know, it's a storm going or whatever. Hopefully I can reach out this far too, because then I can have 4 pads on this side, and then have stuff, you know, circled around, and then maybe have stuff out here, and then maybe just have 4 big quadrants of useful stuff that I can grab and use. And I think I'm going to start out initially and say that with my final, I guess, Terran base on my last save game, I started relying heavily on the fuel condensers for materials, and I think I'm going to not do that in this build, or actually any other build in the future, unless I absolutely need it, unless we're in an emergency situation. But I really don't want to rely, I don't want to just sit there and push a button and not explore the game, because that really takes a lot of the fun out of it for me, and I'm sure it takes the fun out of it for you too. So from here on, I'm going to do my best to rely on fuel condensers as least as possible, as little as possible. I will make use of the trade platform though, so that means if I go out and find a lot of materials and stuff that I don't really need at the time, I'll probably send those up on the trade platform and do that, because I think that's fair. I think that's the intended use of the trade platform. How are we doing? Oh yeah, we're basically full. And almost out of oxygen. Okay, let's get that lined up as best I can. Get that down. Get that down. Yay. So the printer might be handy to have early on, but I don't have any compound. Smelter would be good. Smelter would be good. No vehicle bay just yet. Printer, research, smelter would need compound. I could build that now. I just have to go pick up. Yeah, I think I'm going to go ahead and put the smelter down, and then once we have some copper, I will start working on the printer. Then we can start looking into making like wind turbines and all kinds of other good stuff. And I found a cave. So much compound, oh my gosh. We're now overly full. We are overburdened. Let's run this back as fast as possible. Actually, let's put that down there. Drop it on the ground like I intended. Absolutely. Alright, we have a smelter. And we have enough to make a couple more solar panels. I just want to put a couple down so that way we can power our base a little bit more efficiently. I don't want to make too many more of these solar panels though, because later on we'll have the bigger, heavier duty ones. Heavier duty? Heavier duty? That's just terrible. That is terrible. Shame. Shame. Okay. All right. Let's see here. You know what? Let's go for kicks. Let's go ahead and get our first research accomplished, because I think that's yeah, it's charged up. Okay, good. I know these weird spiky guys, and I want to go check that out eventually, but we'll get there. We'll get there. Give me the research. Give me the research. Oh, this is kind of a blocky looking thing. Oh wow, the smelter looks different. Yeah, that used to not be there. That's cool looking. The research, I think, looks the same. All right, let's see what we got. Not disappointment this time, surely. We researched a storm, it looks like, though. Trade platform, early on. Don't need it just yet, but hey, now we have it. So yeah, see, we got a storm coming. And these things are perfectly accessible. I mean, except for maybe like the other side or whatever. But yeah, now I can work during storms and stuff. But yeah, you probably guessed it. This is a good place to end the episode. So yeah, we got a lot done. We got the basic layout of our base started. That's eventually going to circle around, and we're going to have a big circle, and then we're going to have a bunch of stuff available to us as we can sit here and work during storms and stuff. So guys, I'm going to go ahead and call it an episode. Hope you've enjoyed it, and I know I'm thoroughly enjoying these Let's Plays. I really do enjoy playing these games and sharing it with you and being silly and stupid and stuff and making bad jokes. But as always, thanks for watching. Take care.